I asked you guys to suggest things to react to, and Namjoon Lotto requested BTS, which is a K-pop band. Now I want to thank Namjoon Lotto because throughout the process of researching this video, I actually became obsessed with BTS. For those of you who have no idea who BTS are, here's a quick rundown. BTS consists of V, Jimin, Suga, J-Hope, Jin, Rap Monster and Jungkook. BTS are signed to a small label called Big Hit Entertainment. They started from humble beginnings and used to all share one room. They love their dedicated fans who call themselves ARMY.
We love ARMY. Yeah, ARMY is our life, yeah.
ARMY is everything.
Their hard work and determination has led them to reach worldwide success. Their music videos get millions of views, they're breaking records, and have won countless awards such as the top social artist at the Billboards this year. They've had to sacrifice a lot to be part of this band.
We practice about 12 hours a day. Yeah. We really work hard.
Due to their intense schedule, they barely have time to see friends or family. And I was really shocked to find out that they actually don't have any free time to socialize. During filming a program called Celeb Bros, one of the members, V, admitted it was his first time hanging out with someone in 2.5 years. And it was for filming a show. These guys live together, practice, rehearse and perform non-stop. They've literally dedicated their entire life to this band. BTS have literally come out of nowhere and are quickly dominating the world. So how did this band from a small label in Korea become so successful? I think a lot of it has to do with the personalities of the members. So there are 7 members of BTS, and initially I was very overwhelmed by it. I was like, there's so many of them. But now I know all of them and their personalities and I just love them all.
Oh, J-Hope. J-Hope. I'm your hope.
Guys, J-Hope is life. J-Hope gives me hope. He really does.
Wow, Billboard! Dream come true!
Yeah.
Wow!
Are you actually taking it?
Yeah!
Because we'll put these on the website.
Oh, hands up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He has one of the best personalities I've ever seen. His facial reactions and just generally how he reacts to things is hilarious. He's always positive, he's always full of life, he always brings out the best in people. He is so amazing. If any of you guys are BTS fans, just send me J-Hope memes and gifs on Twitter. It will make my day. V is my baby. I am obsessed with V. He's the cutest human being ever. He's just so freaking cute. I can't get over it. He's very childlike, and when you watch his reaction to things, it's almost like watching the world through a child's eyes. Jin is like the mum of the group, like the embarrassing mum of the group. He tells these really bad dad jokes, but what makes them funny is how much he finds them funny. Jungkook is the youngest member and he's seen as the most manliest man out of all of them because he's into sports and things like that. But for some reason, he's really scared of girls or being around girls. He just completely shuts off and it's almost like he's terrified of girls. It's hilarious. I don't know why he reacts like that, but it's so funny to watch. Jimrin. Okay, so I may have mispronounced Jimin's name a couple of times in this video. I was still pretty new to BTS at the time of filming this video. I now know his name's Jimin, so I hope fans can forgive me for that. I got so wrong. My first impression after watching music videos was that he was so confident. He just owns it and he's so dominating and he's just like, he does it so well and he comes across like he knows who he is. And then you watch interviews and he's the most adorable, cutest human ever.
Yeah.
Hey, how much is this?
How much?
No, excuse me. Excuse me!
Yeah.
You look nice. You look good.
Girl, thank you.
Beautiful.
Tony, I love you.
Suga's probably the most reserved member and he likes to keep himself to himself. Every now and again he'll come out with these one-liners and it'll be like hilarious.
I'm rich. I'm rich, so expensive. Bless this.
What's your go-to pickup line?
You know BTS?
Rap Monster is seen as the lead of the group. He's really well spoken in English, so he carries the interviews a lot when they're in America. Being the leader of the group, he does take on a lot of the stress, and seeing it all pay off, he puts a lot of pressure on himself, and it's just nice to see the other guys really appreciate him, and sometimes he gets a bit emotional, and it's like the most heartwarming thing ever. That's what I love about them, is that they're so down to earth. When they're in their element, which is singing and dancing, they completely own it, and they are so good and on point, and you can see how confident they are doing their thing. And then when you see their personalities, they're just humble and they're just grateful, and everything is like what blows their minds. I love how they portray masculinity because they wear makeup, they're very fashionable, they care a lot about their appearance, they dye their hair so much and they're very affectionate and comfortable with each other, and that's so nice to see, because sometimes it's hard for guys to portray masculinity in a way other than being manly. You know, there's this thing like you need to be a man to be taken seriously, and here they are just being themselves and experimenting and doing what feels good to them and enjoying it, and look how successful they are. So when I was doing my research, the first thing I did was type in South Korea youth into YouTube, and the results were not what I was expecting. Then I saw the reality of what youth culture is like in South Korea, and there's a lot of pressure on youth. They have to study a lot because it's so hard to get jobs. Sometimes they study till 10 p.m. every day. There's this like one exam that's called the KSAT, which they all study and prepare for, and you only get one shot at this exam, and that exam pretty much determines the rest of your life. That's a lot of pressure. And the education system mainly focuses on academic studies.
People in Wales, they get more active and they get more like social ties, I guess, and you know, we study more.
And this has a massive negative effect on the youth. South Korea has one of the highest suicide rates amongst the young generation.
I lost about 2 or 3 friends.
To suicide?
Yeah, all the way up here.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they were studying too hard?
One was extremely stressed by the studying part, and the other also committed suicide.
Once I started to understand the background and the context of South Korea, I realized that BTS aren't just a boy band, they're a movement. They don't just make love songs that cater to the young female audience and pander to a certain audience. They talk about social and political issues. They talk about the struggles the youth face. They're giving the youth a voice, and they're not only shining a light on that, but trying to encourage the youth to stand up and not give in to that pressure. In the song I Need You, you see them talk about how you might struggle with your appearance or mental health and suicide, feeling lonely and isolated and feeling the pressure of the world and not feeling good enough. In the song Fire, it feels like they're encouraging a revolution for change. They say the words, just live how you want. Your life is yours. Don't try so hard, it's okay to lose. They're reassuring them like, I get it, I get the pressures a lot, but just don't give in to it. We can bring change. Come with us, we will support you, and we will make change. The song is so empowering and motivating, and they have so many people. It does feel like they're inciting a revolution. They want to change societal issues, and they're using their platform to do that. You know, South Korea, the youth are very disciplined. They work really hard. They do a long hours, and you can see that all in their dancing and their singing. And in the song Dope, they talk about how disciplined they are and how they work so hard to get to where they are. One of my favorite songs is Save Me. One of my favorite parts of the song is thank you for making me myself, making me be able to fly, for giving me wings, for straightening me out, for waking me from being suffocated, for waking me from a dream which was all I was living in. And it's encouraging the youth to dream out loud and follow your dreams, spread your wings, be yourself. And it made me realize how privileged I am, because I get to do whatever I want and I don't have to think about the expectations. Obviously I still have expectations, but not nearly at this level that South Korean students do. So for them to have someone like BTS dominate the world at the moment is like, they're probably their idols. That's someone that they look up to. So let's talk about their music videos. This is what initially drew me into the wonder that is BTS. Their music videos are insane. Every single one of them are incredible. It's not like one of them they tried really hard and the others is just them in a studio lip syncing and dancing. All of them are like short films and they're so creative, and each one has a different style to portray the story. There's a lot of symbolism in it. Blood, Sweat and Tears, which is one of my favorite ones, is about letting go of your youth, falling into temptation and sin. You can see the use of colors. If it's an upbeat song, then they'll use bright colors like DNA. If it's a more serious song, then it'll be like Blood, Sweat and Tears, where they use more cooler tones. But everything just looks so visually pleasing. When you watch their music videos, there's so many different elements. There's the dancing element and they are all in sync. The angles that they do, everything is so different and unique. I haven't seen music videos like this before ever. Their energy, they are so on point all the time with their acting, their dancing, their singing. Their energy was one thing that really impacted me, because after I watched their videos, I'd feel so good and I'd feel so motivated and so happy, and I didn't understand why. And it was because of how much energy they gave to it. It's not like just watching a music video, it's a full-on experience. So I'm gonna watch the Billboard win, listen to the sound of the screaming when they mention Justin Bieber and how much louder it is when they mention BTS. Oh, I'm so nervous. I love how Jimren's just filming it on his phone. It's like you're on national TV. Everyone went insane. Oh, just look at them. Oh, that was so nice. Oh, let me turn it off. The first time I watched that, I got so emotional.
This is really sort of the first K-pop artist to kind of blow up in America. Do you guys like realize how big that is?
Their Billboard win was such a big deal because it said a lot about representation of Asian people, especially in Hollywood, where Asian people are usually seen as the uncool people, the nerds, and here they come out of nowhere and completely dominate. And this award was voted by society, by us, the regular folks. And we're basically saying, no, we think they're awesome and they deserve this award. These guys don't come across fake and like superstars with big egos. They're very hardworking and we've seen their growth. We've seen them start from nothing to where they are, and they put so much hard work. They're always so humbled by it. They're always like, we did not expect this. And it's like watching our friends do well. Yeah, it's just so nice to see. I've only been part of this for 4 days and I'm already like a proud mum. One thing that I learned very quickly is that the language difference was not an issue at all. Is the culture different? Yes, completely. Their sense of humor, the way they interact, the Korean talk shows, how it's edited, is all very different. But I love that. I love how they interact in interviews and their sense of humor is so weird and so different to what we normally expect, and maybe people find that uncomfortable and a bit strange, but I love it. And it just made me realize how we should be more open to different cultures and celebrate them, because it's awesome. So yeah, this has been a very long react video, but I wanted to talk about everything that I was feeling. If you have any more recommendations, leave them in the comments below or on social media. I'm ClickForTaz for everything. And who knows, I might become obsessed with that too, because I have a very obsessive personality and I seem to get really excited about new things. Thank you so much for watching and I shall see you guys next time. Bye!